Good to go.
All right. You have any public communications, Deb?
Nope,
No.
I do not.
Approval of the minutes of May 14th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of May 14th.
Second.
All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstention?
I'm abstaining.
One abstention. All right. New applications, Garlic Knot Restaurant, 681 Long Hill Road.
Hey.
Come on down.
Do you,
You're just receiving our application.
they'll want just a brief discussion
Yeah.
of what it is.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah, we have-
there are, face it to the committee.
There's a camera in the ceiling.
On the ceiling.
Oh.
No, put it
No,
down
just-
on
No,
the
no, no,
ground.
you-
Put it down right there.
No, that's hard to know. Yeah.
Camera's right above.
Perfect. You did
Let's
a
see if we
perfect
can
job.
get it, maybe shift it just a little bit. Yeah, it's hard to. There we go. Okay, cool, great, ready to go.
All right, I'm Whitney Huber, I'm the architect of the project, as one of the owners, and. So, this building was originally it's a Chelsea Groton Bank, and then, back in 1983, it was converted into a restaurant. At which time they expanded the parking lot behind the bank down to this area.
Could you just orient me a little bit more?
This is Long Hill Road, right?
Long Hill Road, I got that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, Wendy's on this side. And then
Wendy's.
The new oil change on this side.
Oh, the new oil.
All these is across the street.
Got it.
Took it over.
I know the new oil place because
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
permitted that.
And ran it.
Yeah, I remember it when it was a
It
pizza.
was like 2010 or something.
Well, 16, 17 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm good.
so
now.
anyway,
Thank
the
you.
property is sat idle for, almost 15 years, and. We're gonna be renovating the building and opening up this new restaurant, but the parking lot is deteriorated just from lack of use, so. We need to get back in there and do repairs, on the parking lot. So that's primarily what we're asking for and for a permit. But there are a few other things that we're gonna be working on. There's an area behind the building where there was a walk-in cooler on a big raised, concrete pad, but we're gonna be expanding that. That's within the 100-foot, review area. We've got a dumpster enclosure that just needs repair. I mean, they're really not gonna do much except, repair the fence that's around it, but there'll be some activity, with that. Most of this is just relating to the parking lot, repairs. We've got 3 drains down in this lower section that are probably gonna be the area that's gonna require the most work. They've been silted in and they're falling apart. The pavement is deteriorated, so
is it pavement or is it asphalt?
it's all asphalt.
It's asphalt.
Yeah, and the whole thing is got an asphalt curb. But in a few places, the curbing is deteriorated, so that's part of what we want to repair.
And so do you want to just briefly go over what you would like to do? I mean, repairs kind of a very general.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
So I got the dumpster and I got the
the
expanded
dumpster,
cooler.
this, okay, there's an old septic, we're not even sure exactly what it is. It's access maybe to an old septic system.
Uh-huh.
It's a manhole and a concrete cover. We're gonna remove that, fill that in and pave it over, so it goes away.
Got it.
We've got some sections of curbing we know in here and then around in this area that, falling apart.
Okay.
So we're gonna repair.
That's
those.
pretty cinchy.
Pardon me?
That's pretty easy.
Yeah,
What's that square there?
this,
Yeah,
that's an old concrete pad. Apparently that was a dumpster pad. But we're gonna remove that and pave it over because it's, the pavement is uneven.
yeah.
Back in there. We have a light pole that was there, but it got knocked over or something, and we have to reset that, but it's gonna require putting a new, base in for it, because the concrete base got all damaged.
And how about the changes to the drainage? What's the drainage now and what's the drainage proposed?
Well, most of this is surface drainage that goes off, there's a leak off in here and there's a retention basin in here.
Okay.
It was built back in.
Now we're getting to,
83.
now we're getting down to it. So
Yeah.
there's a retention basin underneath the pavement?
No, it's outside. There's,
It's on the surface.
yeah, I mean, they created a depression for it. So the leak off,
is all that green grass?
this is all grass in
Mm,
here,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Except the retention basin is
Stone.
a riprap.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yep.
Got silted in. So what actually we're proposing to do here is to improve that. We're gonna, first of all, it needs to be cleaned out because it's been silted in. We're gonna try to plant it as a rain garden, actually. That's cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's an outlet pipe from here that goes into the wetlands. It's been silted in, so that needs to be cleaned out, so. This drainage, we've got 3 drains in here. That,
all this
just Where did they go?
drainage from the pavement, not from the roof or anything like
no. Yeah.
that's good.
Roof-
Where do those
So-
drainage goes?
We don't know.
Right,
So-
we
so
we
that's-
believe it goes to the basin.
Yeah, that's
Um,
what we hope that
Hmm.
this one is piped in here, but it's all silted in. It's like 2 feet of gunk in the bottom of these things, so we're gonna try to clean them out.
And dig up all the pavement and then.
In this area that I've got crosshatched, we're probably gonna have to dig up most of the pavement there
Right, yeah.
because the basins themselves are in bad condition. We don't know the condition of the pipes.
Yeah, there's essentially sinkholes around those
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
basins.
that's
So we haven't gone through staff review on this, but I would not at all be surprised if you end up having to take out a bit more pavement than what you're showing here. So, so I think we'll just show that on the plan. It's all still within the parking area, right?
Yeah,
But it probably
Yeah.
has to be rebuilt, to make it, so that the subsurface of the pavement, will hold the pavement and won't collapse again. So,
I think the big problem is
Yeah.
that it hasn't been draining for a long time,
Yep.
and so water.
Oh, it
bubbles
sits
up
there,
here and-
yeah.
And then it just is.
And how about the drainage from the roof, where does that come?
I believe it goes into here. There's some pipes underneath the ground.
So those
Yeah,
would
to
be
this,
important,
this also,
uh, things to for sure know, huh?
Dig back a little
Yep.
bit.
Mm. So you're using the same footprint then?
Yeah.
It's already there, yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
We had to take the front, I don't know if it's appropriate for now, but the front area had to come down, it was just leaking and, just
Yeah.
a mess, and that's, we got into this conversation of, the comprehensive plan.
yeah, you may have noticed there was like a sort of a sunroom thing.
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
hide
Yes,
everything.
yes, yes,
Okay, if you drive by there, it's gone.
yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So-
I actually did
so-
notice that.
That it's gonna sit on the same concrete.
Right.
pad.
Yeah,
Right.
so there's no more,
No.
yeah,
Okay,
It's just gonna look nicer.
yes.
all right, so that's great.
Improvement.
And the driveway up around the restaurant
That's all,
goes to Long Hill Road?
yeah, there's sort of a high point in here. This is draining down to Long Hill Road and this drains back down that way.
Want to go look at it?
I feel like I'm happy to look at it. I feel like we know
Yeah,
At
we
the
can
back
do
of
it
this-
on our own.
the back, we know what the back of this looks like. We've had a number of applications, a car wash,
Yeah,
oil change.
that area.
place, and we looked at those. I
Is
don't.
that the place right next door?
Yeah, and then there's
Yeah.
also a car wash going in down the way.
Yeah,
This is
and
a
s-
wider wetland than what was behind the car wash by Northern Lights.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a defined water course in there necessarily, but it's a wider wetland. If you do want to go, there is a gate at this parking lot, so drive into Wendy's and just hop up and over.
so what?
Drive into
The
Wendy.
park at Wendy's.
Mm.
Oh,
then
got it,
hop
got
up
it,
and over.
okay, yeah, I probably
Yeah.
will go look at it.
Me
because
too.
Yeah, I'll
I'd
just
just
come
like
out.
to see the
We don't need to
condition.
organize a walk for that.
Okay, I mean, I'm more than happy to meet you out there if you want, but,
No, we can do it on.
And does it have the usual shopping carts and all that kind of stuff? And No, that's good.
Not too bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's awesome.
Disappears.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, usually there's a lot of stuff in the wetlands.
Ooh, yeah.
By
Yeah.
or two.
Yeah.
And is there a fence right now around that parking area?
No.
Okay,
I wouldn't
No.
call it old now.
No, there's just a gate to prevent people from driving
Yeah,
in.
but I mean, if you park in Wendy's, you just walk up the
Yeah.
bank
Sure.
and right in.
Gotcha.
so,
Yeah. That's
And
I-
what kind of, it's not pertinent, but just what kind of restaurant will the garlic not be?
An Italian restaurant is rear.
Awesome, perfect. That sounds great.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
very
awesome.
nice. Instead of a
Right.
car wash.
Yeah, we're a vacant building that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's been.
Well, and it's been vacant for so long.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
thing, it's been definitely.
Oh, it's good.
Motion to accept the application for the garlic knot restaurant and classify it as minor.
Second?
All right, discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed? Abstentions? All right,
Okay, so we see you in 2 weeks, is that?
yep,
Mhm. And in the meantime, we will get you some comments because I know there's a couple of more things we want to put on this plan.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Very good.
all right.
Thank you for your time.
Mhm. Very
You
good.
just need this or?
Yep, that's ours. And Dave, I'm assuming you have appointed Gary to sit as a regular member, correct?
yes, I'm
Didn't you hear
sorry.
that?
Very good.
Didn't you hear
I
that?
Did not, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
I remember it's,
You remember.
I remember you thinking of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome.
All right. So we do have one new application. It is a new house at 183 Oslo, and I am promoting Bob Russo, who works with CLA. So he can describe the activity to you. And I just want to pin us so that, there we go. Bob, are you going to share your screen or do you want me to lay out the plan?
I can share my screen if you'd like. If you, am I able to do that now?
You
I'll
should
bring
be
up
able
a,
to. You're a panelist now, so you should be.
okay. Let me bring up that drawing first and then I will start my presentation.
Very good.
He's gonna locate it.
Let me
for-
just ask, is that visible to the commission now?
Nope, not yet.
And hang on just a minute. Oh, I'm sorry, Deb. I'm going to have to ask you to place it underneath because I'm operating from home and my version of Adobe at home does not want to cooperate with sharing.
No problem. I'm
sorry.
gonna lay this out in front of the commission and then I will turn on the overhead camera.
Thank you. I apologize. I have the drawing on my desktop, but I don't have the full version of Adobe on my laptop here.
So we need a rock.
Thank you very much, Deb. As you can see on the plan that's before you, the site that we're speaking of is 183 Oslo Street, which is located on the very extreme western end of the street. You can see on the location map in the upper right-hand corner of the drawing. The lot itself is shaded in gray. It is approximately a 6.4 acre lot. Excuse me, that is an existing lot that is residential, that has an existing house, garage, and shed on it. What the owner desires to do is to build a new house and a new septic system and extend the driveway. The old house will be abandoned from use as a residence. It will remain on site as a utility building. Thank you, Deb. And Deb, if you could trace the upland review zone, I just wanted to go over with the commission the activities that are in the upland review zone. And you
Okay.
can see it cuts through the house. And you can see that what's proposed between that upland review zone line and the wetland is the primary septic system, also the area for the reserve septic system, the septic tank itself, a portion of the house, a portion of the deck, and a topsoil stockpile that will be protected with silt fence. So there is activity that is being requested that's in the upland review zone here. The reason for that is this lot, in order to redevelop this lot with a new house, we needed to find soil suitable for a septic system. If you look to the east of the proposed house in the area of the existing house and garage, you will see a number of boulders and ledge outcrops identified on the plans. This really precludes that area from serving for a new septic system. We looked around this lot pretty hard and found that the soils that were suitable in order to meet the Connecticut State Health Code are really present just where that proposed system is. So citing the new system is really based on the need to have a depth of preferably 48 inches, but at a minimum 24 inches to bedrock. And this is the part of the lot where we found suitable soils. So that's the activity that's proposed. I'd like to talk for a minute about the inland wetlands. As you can see, wetlands really take up the southern half or more of this lot. If you look at the inset map, the location map up in the upper right-hand corner, you see a certain line type that actually describes the edge of a pond that cuts kind of from east to west across this lot. That wetland has components of emergent marsh, shrub swamp, forested swamp, and pond as well. It's a nice wetland system. As the letter that I presented to the commission documents, there are a number of functions for that wetland system, and we don't want to have any negative impacts on those functions. We are not directly impacting at all. You can see that there is work proposed within the upland review zone, but a vegetated buffer is going to remain in place. You can see by the limits of clearing that are south of the house and south of the proposed septic system, that existing vegetation, which is pretty dense, healthy vegetation, will remain in place. That, I think, is a quick summary of what's going on this site. I'd be happy to answer any questions from the commission. I understand the commission may wish to take a walk out on the site, and we'd be happy to go out with the commission for a walk as well.
Yeah, we definitely want to walk this.
Good things.
The soil stockpile that you have, where did that soil come from?
That's soil, that's a stockpile area for during construction of the house and the septic system. That's a pretty large size that we've designated there. I don't know that it will need to be that large, but in giving consideration
Just
to
when you clear the land, you're gonna stockpile soil there. Is that the idea?
yeah, during construction of the house and the septic system, that's correct.
All right, I just wanted to, okay, I appreciate that.
It's mighty close to the wetlands.
Mm.
It is quite close to the wetland. It is limited by the fact we would rather not put it that close to the wetland. The problem is finding suitable soil for a septic system on this piece of land.
Where's the septic system now?
I believe the septic system, I will have the engineer get back to you on that, Bob DeLuca. I believe it is over on the east side of the house, but I can't say that with certainty. So I can get that investigated and find out.
Well, we need to site walk this, and when you come back, if you could possibly appear in person, it's so much easier to have you rather than having poor Deb have to figure out what you're saying. For me,
I would be
I'm
happy
sorry.
to be
Yeah.
at the meeting in person. Yes.
Yeah, that would be great. So, yeah, I need to look at this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know where this is either.
Yeah, you do. You're gonna know once we get out this.
down the end of Oslo.
Where are the main streets?
It's Fieldcrest. Do you know where Fieldcrest is?
184,
Right,
Cow Hill Road.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, And this is Lamphere. There's a light here. You can go this way to the oral school, Mystic Oral School,
Yep.
or you go
I know
this
it.
way into the Field Crest, Woodcrest subdivision.
Oh,
it's
Woodcrest,
in
yeah.
there.
It is, it
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Did we see something here some years ago, Deb?
Yeah.
Really did. Yes, you
Yes,
did.
we did.
Yes, you did.
I might be
There was-
getting older by the
yeah.
minute, but my brain is still
There
working.
was an interesting situation
Yes.
with neighbors who,
Yeah.
Right,
who are no longer property owners here.
Okay,
yes.
Involving this property or a nearby property?
This property and the adjacent property, there was a dispute about property lines and
Yes.
activities and.
Yes.
well, that's
At any
not
rate.
germane to us at all. but yeah,
Right, that's
yeah.
right.
yeah.
But that's why you were out there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have
Oh,
a
that's
question
why we were
regarding
out
the
there.
location of the septic field, the proposed location of the septic field. Are you saying it's the soil, you got the right kind of soil, or is it the depth to rock? What was it?
It's the depth to rock. And I think a site visit will certainly illustrate to the commission just how much exposed ledge there is on this site. But the health code tells us that we have to have a certain amount of naturally occurring soil above ledge. And this site has an awful lot of ledge on it.
What's
So
what's the
becomes-
gray shaded area near the house?
That is a proposed extension of the existing driveway.
ah,
Okay, so what I, on the site walk, obviously we'll look on the site walk. What I need to see on the plan is where the old septic system is, what buildings you're going to raise. What's, what's,
Doesn't sound like they're going to. I think they're just going.
Nothing's gonna be-
Beds. And
what's the house gonna be?
What about the outline of that new house?
he said he wasn't gonna take it down.
yeah.
No house, okay.
The existing
Yeah,
house.
stake out the house.
Stake out the new house?
We
stake
can
out the
certainly do
septic
that.
field?
Mhm.
I would do that,
Mm,
and
And probably the edge of disturbance that you're proposing for the new septic system as well, Bob.
yeah,
Yes.
And I assume that it's flagged.
Oh, yeah. Bob is a soil scientist. He didn't identify himself
Yeah.
as such, but yes.
yeah, so at first glance, this looks a little too close for my comfort zone, but just
Mine
saying,
too.
just saying.
And mine too.
Okay. I'm saying it out loud, so,
So let's go look.
yep, but we'll go look.
So what?
Oh,
are your
yeah.
calendars
We're
look like,
supposed to
sir?
be looking at our calendars. What do you got, guys?
I'm good most afternoons. I don't have my,
Our next meeting is the 11th.
That's correct.
Gary, do you want to have a site walk with us or?
yeah, I would.
Okay. What's your calendar look like?
That's just weird.
yeah,
Propose a
Okay.
date and I'll let you know if it's good.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so
turns out the 11th is good.
I could do Monday, June 9th. I could,
Monday, June 9th works for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
money's
too.
not good for me.
Monday's not good. Okay, how about then, I could do,
Did you say Monday the ninth?
Tuesday.
I can't do Tuesday either.
I can't do that Tuesday.
Did you say Monday the
I
ninth?
did.
Yeah,
Monday the ninth's okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I was thinking the one before.
Yeah,
okay. Monday the 9th.
Does that work for?
does that work?
yeah.
All right, awesome.
And we're doing it like about 3:30 for Annie?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so June 9, 3:30. Okay,
Perfect.
we'll send you a notice as
Oh,
well.
please
Bob.
do.
Thank you.
All
Okay,
right.
great. All right, let me get this.
Is there a 50-foot line on there?
Yeah.
There's a 100-foot line?
Yes, right here.
That green dotted one.
Yeah,
Right through the
Yes.
house.
so 2/3 of the house is in the 100-foot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And will we be able to see the character of that wetland behind there, Deb? Do you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but we're gonna get one of those maps.
Oh, and yeah, we'll
First.
send that to you as well. This came
I like to walk with-
yesterday, so statutorily, today's the
Hmm.
receipt date, so there we are. Why is not on your agenda.
All right.
Okay, great. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Same to you.
Okay.
All right. LBI, are they ready?
No, LBI is not, and the Flanders Road sidewalk also is not, the propane distribution facility, however. We thought you might wanna, you have not classified that yet, but
Okay.
based on your
All right.
sidewalk, you might wanna do that.
I make a motion to classify that as minor.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
We had a site walk on this, Gary, so Just-
Aye. Opposed, abstentions? All right.
And Ledka also, we're
the
waiting for
those-
revisions.
Oh, yeah, but they might pull that back.
that was the one on the,
They have, but they've been working with an engineer to get the septic system
Got it,
designed and
okay.
placed, so that needs to be on the plan as well.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
okay.
They're not ready either, huh?
Nope. But soon, at least you'll see
Yeah.
all these in June.
Okay.
I still shake my head about that propane. That site, I've driven by it 1,000 times. I never noticed it was there.
Okay.
It's right on 184.
Maybe that's a good thing.
It's across the street from where the motorcycle place was,
I know it.
back a little bit, yeah.
And,
Unbelievable.
pretty crazy.
All right. The only thing I have to say is I think it's a good time to go out and take a tour because of all the water and especially we have rain tomorrow, Friday late
Mm.
and Saturday.
Mm.
Be a good time to look at all the brooks and yeah, I mean, they're already humming right now, but there'll
Yeah,
be
good
more.
question.
Deb, you have anything?
I don't, the only thing is I won't be at the next meeting. Bryce and Dave will be here.
Okay.
All right.
Will you be
Call
at the
for a
sidewalk?
motion.
Will you be at the
I
site?
will. Yes, I will.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All right. Discussion? No? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? All right.
Very
Here, I
good.
thought all these
you.
applications were
I
gonna
know.
be ready.
I thought